announcement that blows people's minds. We're going to look at everything from optimizing parts of your profile before you make the announcement, which is super important, to what you should say in the announcement, because your branding is worth it. Now, before you do anything, and this is totally not to burst your bubble, I want to make sure you've been in your job for at least a couple weeks and you're happy with it. Your boss is nice, your coworkers are fun, your chair is ergonomic. Because have you ever gotten a new job only to realize really quickly that you made a huge mistake and you just wanted to start searching for a new one? A long time ago, I made that mistake and I really wish I hadn't made my LinkedIn announcement as quickly as I did. Okay, but let's assume you're happy with your job. We first need to look at a few parts of your profile because this announcement is going to drive some people to check out your profile, and again, we want to blow people's minds. So from the homepage, click on your name on the top left corner to get to your profile. This is a really good time to make sure your profile photo is still up to date, and if you have that open to work watermark on your photo, please remove it or your new boss is going to have some questions. Also make sure your banner makes sense for your new job. And I have a whole video about how to make a banner that really stands out, and I'll include a link in the description. You also want to update your headline. Now, you could update this later in the job announcement process, and I'll show you where that is, but why not be proactive? Now, your headline not only should obviously reflect your job, but it should say what you do, whom you help, and why people should work with you. And note that you don't have to add your new company name or job title to your headline if it doesn't add oomph to it. I don't mention my company name or job title because no one cares. People only want to know when they visit my profile, can I help them? Now, moving right along, make sure that your about section also reflects your new job. And the general formula for a punchy and powerful about section is your audience's pain point, how you solve it, your call to action with your contact info, because it's good to have your contact info in multiple places on your profile, and keywords at the bottom to help with LinkedIn SEO or search engine optimization. And this helps your profile show up in more LinkedIn searches. And by the way, if you're liking what you're seeing so far, it would mean the world to me if you would hit that like button, because it really does tell YouTube to deliver this video to even more people. Thank you. Okay, so now here in your profile, if you already have a feature section, make sure you add media that is relevant to your new job. And of course, delete old job stuff if you need to. And if you don't have a featured section yet, don't worry about it right now. I don't want to create extra homework for you. Just think about having a feature section later. Also scroll down to the skills section and make sure the skills listed here match what's going on with your new job. And I see the skills section overlooked a lot, and it can really help with your LinkedIn SEO. Okay, so now for the final part of your profile before we make your big announcement, and that's in the experience section. And this is huge. Now, I know you're so excited just to add that new job right up here. You're like, please. But first we need to deal with what currently appears at the top of your experience section, which is the job you just left. Now, if you have a lot of copy here describing how amazing your old company is, now's the time to shrink it to a couple lines, because when we put your new job above that, we want that to be longer and get all the glory. Also, be sure to change this from present to when you ended your job. And technically, you're going to get a second chance to do this when you add your new job, but let's be proactive. And please make sure that the description for your old job is rewritten in the past tense. I see that mistake like all the time. Okay, so let's add the new job. In the experience section, click on the plus symbol and add position. Now up here, make sure notify network is turned off. And you might ask,
isn't the point of this whole exercise to notify my network?
Yes, but we don't want to notify your network this way, and I'll show you why soon. Just trust the process. Okay, so as we're filling this out, I'm going to pretend that I am starting a new job in a whole new career in banking, because that's what I thought of for this video. Okay, add your new title. Employment type here, like full-time, part-time, etc., is optional. Then you're gonna add your company, and if the company has a page on LinkedIn, you'll be able to select it so their logo appears where they'll be listed in the experience section of your profile. Then add location. Now, location type like on-site or remote is optional. Then add your start date for the new job. And right here, if you forgot to add an end date to your old job earlier, LinkedIn has a place right here for you to do it. Then add your industry. Now we're gonna add the description. And this is super important because some people are gonna check this out. Think of the description as a slightly more fleshed out version of the about section you worked on a little earlier. And feel free to copy and paste text from your company's website if you need inspiration. Also, just like before, include industry keywords so you show up in more searches. Now here it says headline, and that was the headline that's at the very top of your profile. So if you haven't changed it already, you can change it now. And same thing with the skills section. Now this media section, this is like that featured section I showed you earlier, but in miniature,
and that appears at the very bottom of your experience listing for that job.
So if you have videos or images or documents or anything like that that you want to add, here's another place to put it. Now once you click save, you'll have your new job listed at the top of the experience section. And now we're ready to blow people's minds with the job announcement. Now remember how earlier I said not to toggle on notify network? That's because if you did that, LinkedIn would automatically generate something that looks like this, which is really blah. Now technically you can change the default text up here, but look at this animation down here. Now, a lot of people on LinkedIn are using these default animations. Do you want your announcement post to look like everyone else's? No, you want to stand out. We need an image that pops more, and after I show you how to craft the wording for your announcement, we're going to tackle that image. Okay, so let's make the post. And at the top of the homepage, click on Start a Post. And major word of warning, if you happen to wander and you click on these 3 dots and then you see Celebrate an Occasion and then New Position, do not use that. It seems logical, but I found out recently that your reach will only be about half as much as it could be. And again, on my channel, we do not do life at 50%. So long story short, let's just create a post right up here in the dialog box. So for what we're going to write, let me give you a formula, and then afterwards I will show you an example so you can see how it all comes together. Number 1, I'm excited to announce that. You could also say you're thrilled to announce that. Now, if you don't have a very buoyant personality, you could say you're pleased to announce that. Obviously be yourself, but I will tell you that giddy excitement gets more people's attention and engagement. Okay, number 2, your new company and position. That part is self-explanatory. Number 3, what you look forward to. For this part, I really want you to think about your audience and the goal of the post. For instance, if your goal is to try to gain some customers from this announcement, then what you look forward to is being able to solve your audience's specific problems. When you can, look forward to something that benefits your audience. Okay, number 4, gratitude, and that includes tagging people. This might be gratitude towards your old employer, or if you hate your old employer, then thank your new employer. You can also thank someone who helped you in your job search or inspired you along the way, whether directly or indirectly. The key is to give other people shout outs and be sure to tag them. First of all, that alerts these people to the fact that you thank them, which is good enough, but also that makes them more likely to engage with the post, and the more engagement there is, the more the LinkedIn algorithm likes that, and then the more your post is delivered to more news feeds, and then everyone is happy. However, please do not do the spammy thing and just start tagging a whole bunch of people because you just want them to see the post. It really wastes people's time to have them stop what they're doing to see your post if they're not part of that story. So only tag people if they're part of the story, please. Okay, and number 5, hashtags. Now I've seen other people advise that you use hashtags like hashtag new job and hashtag new position, but don't do that. The whole point of hashtags is to attract people in your industry or attract people who have certain shared common interests. So you're not targeting the right people with hashtag new job or hashtag new position. Only add hashtags that relate to what you do. Now, before we get to the image, here's how the whole caption would come together. I'm thrilled to announce that I've joined ABC Bank as a VP Small Business Relationship Manager. I look forward to helping our local businesses grow by providing loans, lines of credit, and more. And many thanks to my longtime mentor, Susie Jones, who's always been an inspiration and encouraged me to take this exciting step in my career. Hashtag banking, hashtag financing, hashtag small business growth. Okay, so now we're going to add an image. Your best bet is to have a selfie or some other picture of you, because a picture of your face, and the closer up the better, is the thing that is most likely to get someone to stop scrolling down their LinkedIn newsfeed and read your post. And remember to smile because you are happy about your new job. And you know people are going to comment, so be sure to like other people's comments, comment on people's comments, because the LinkedIn algorithm loves that, and your announcement will be delivered to lots more news feeds. So now that you have a new job, your next step is to get more people to find out about you and everything that you offer. So watch this video in the top right corner, because I'm going to show you 7 practical ways to build your network quickly using the free version of LinkedIn. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.